Hey, what's up guys, WhirlXbow back here, and today we are going to be playing some Reno Priests, but not any Reno Priests. We are going to be playing Reno Priests with Medivh the Hollowed. Those who don't know what he does, he silences and destroys all other minions, but he also makes Karazhan the Sanctum costs 0, which is a location that summons 2 random 8 costs. That also makes Atiesh cost 0, which doubles the damage and healing of your spells, which then also makes Medivh cost 0. It's kind of like a circle, which they all kind of make each other cost 0, and then kind of like, I guess the dream is you play one of them on 10, and then you can play the other 2, and then you get a lot of value. Besides that, it's just a pretty, I feel like it's a pretty standard Reno Priest, and it looks pretty fun to play. So, with that being said, let's queue up the first game, and let's see how it goes. Alright, first matchup. That is kind of a first matchup, but also not really. I'm going to dive into that in the first game. Is my blanket. You know me, always need having a blanket. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the heater in my house broke like a week ago. So my entire house, at least where my office is freezing. So we're currently trying to find a company to replace it. Sadly, we have to replace the whole thing. If it's just, you know, replacing part of a circuit board or just replacing the circuit board, significantly cheaper. But it's the whole thing, and it's an older one. So yeah. So for the moment, at least, my house is absurdly cold. So, you know, the idea of playing video games and cozy in a blanket and a hoodie is pretty nice right now. I won't lie. It also doesn't help that currently outside it is -1 degree Celsius. I have no idea what the hell that is in Fahrenheit. Celsius, dude. It's 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Outside in my house, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 18 Celsius? Or, no, 15 Celsius. Which is 59. It's a little cold in my house, I won't lie. To be fair, I'm lucky because I enjoy the cold. This is not looking too hot. This oh, never mind, this deals 5. I thought this only dealt 4, I was like, fuck. But it deals 5, so that's nice. So yeah, so right now my house is pretty chilly. It's nice when you're going to bed, but when you're actually awake, it's a little cold. What is this? This is a time for your deck. But yeah. But as I was saying, when I say it's kind of my first game, you can kind of notice that loss. I got halfway through recording a game against Imbue Mage, and I realized my microphone was not working. So instead of doing the normal thing, which is kind of just whatever, finish the game and whatever, I definitely just escape conceded the game and went back to record the game from scratch. Interesting. A wild choice, this part, I feel here. We are gonna kill this here. What's in? I don't even know what's in my E.T.C at the top. Cost of the top card of your deck to. Good. Let's take it. Let's F around and find out. Fuck around and find out. It's fine. Also, by the way, I hope everybody has a beverage. The reason I was not here at the start of the video was definitely because I was grabbing myself another beer. Ugh, that was also partially drank one of my hairs. Not pleasant. I'm gonna crack that bitch open real quick, 1 second. You draw when drawn, deal 3 damage. So this is just.
Let's set the mood. I remember this place well.
I feel like a. Yeah, let's just go. Here. There's not exactly what I wanted, but I'm gonna kill this. I don't trust that being alive. Next battle coming costs less, which I don't. Are you just playing like minions that are super aggressively costed for their mana? We have 4 mana 7/7 with lifesteal, 2 mana 4/4. Look, the deck is full of a whole bunch of things that are very aggressively costed. It's supposed to be an aggressive deck. That I do this, exile both of them. I guess we do at first, right? Because we have the map. I feel like we just Aman'thul just being Aman'thul. You remove them from the game. I've been seeing that whelp. This is the fun choice. This is like one of my favorite cards in the game. Oh, we'll take my favorite card in the game. But no, I've been seeing this card pop up in more and more decks. To be fair, a 1/4 poisonous with Reborn, I feel like it's pretty solid. Against some Reno decks, I feel like it's a little weak. But besides that, interesting. Interesting to say the least.
You have earned an eternity of
I guess it didn't really matter what I took, but this does less than nothing. We take it anyways. Still Kurtrus. Hit no Medivh cards, which kind of sucks. It'd be fun if you drew all the plagues. Okay. Skill issue? Skill issue? Question mark? Oh, that was silly. Alright, well, let's skip the next one and hopefully draw a Medivh card this time. That'd be pretty fun. Actually be able to resolve Medivh would be pretty dope. Anyways, with that being said, let's skip the next one. Alright. Well, that's one of the... It's like, I want to keep it, but at the same time, I'm not about to keep a 10 mana card that realistically does nothing, right, throughout the game. Oh. I guess I have one in my hand. I mean, I guess it would be nice to coin one out on 9 and have all 3 of them, and then so you kind of play them all. Fair, this one kind of does nothing directly. Okay, how greedy the fuck am I to coin this out? I feel like it's crazy, and it might work, but I'm not that.
Got you, friend.
Oh, I got punished. Did I really get punished? I'm taking 1. And he got another 1 drop. Like. Oh, there's 2 of them. I can play this to then play this for free. So confused with what the fuck's going on right now. Hero power this. There's just like egg shenanigans or zoo. Ooh. I'm about to be really fucking greedy, and I know it won't pay off, but in the odd world it does. I will be very happy. I cannot play a Battlecry minion for like 5 turns. Okay, this will not work. Never mind. That actually probably just. I need to find an actual way to deal with this board.
The exit is this way.
Okay. The idea of having a 0 amount of hero power here is absurdly powerful. If he leaves my 1/1 alive, I think we're in a very, very good position. We're in an insanely good position if he leaves us alive. Maybe I should have done that in a different order, but that into there. Take 5. I'm at 4. There's a couple cards in that deck I'm pretty sure I'm just dead to. Alright, Reno off the top if I survive. I think I'm still alive here. Reno off the top, let's go. Three, 7. Hopefully it doesn't randomly have some burn. be fair, 3 is not a lot of health, but if I'm realistically getting 3 hits off to gain life, that's 9. Still getting realistically 3 hits to gain life. Give me 4 no. Upgrade kills both of those. I hit really good hit. I won't lie. My hit off this was got this. This seems at a certain point you just kind of also take the Alright, we're not in a terrible position anymore. Probably should not have taken Rafam, I won't lie. The main idea here is that it's just a big taunt minion that I get a copy. Oh, let's have some fun here. Together we will rule Dalaran. Look also this foe in your hand. That does nothing. Each card you played last. I don't think there's any more cards in Paladin now that deal 6 damage to my face, so he has to actually make his way through my taunt minions. This is so silly. Whole bunch of random legit. Man, Renathal, out of every single card in the game, I feel like that saves me the most. You know, you're counting like Reno, Zephrys, like Reno Portrait. You know, like any of those. I feel like Aman'thul is a single one that it saves me the most when I play it. This card is so insanely good. It's actually just busted. Exile 2 minions so they don't get death rattles is really good. 6 drop with lifesteal and taunt. Really, really good. Copy a minion is like its weakest effect, but you also get a random legendary every single time you use its effect, which is batshit insane. And Xavius, I actually have Xavius on board. Oh, I love the fact he wrote me, just because he lost to maybe the best legendary printed, besides, like, I guess Lone Ranger has to still be considered. It was, like, probably the best legendary ever printed. But Aman'thul is definitely up there. That card is so insane. I don't think I can praise that card enough for people to just realize how good it is. But it's like, if we were... Okay, this will sound wild, but if we were, like, 7 years ago... 2018, if Aman'thul was printed, even if you were playing aggro priest, you would be playing Aman'thul in your deck. In the same way how aggro decks back in the day were playing Boom, or they were playing, you know, like Lotheb, or Ragnaros, or Sylvanas, or Cairn. I think you would be playing Aman'thul in an aggro priest shell, Just because how versatile that card is. It's so broken. It's insane. Again, going back to like metas like that, like just the idea of copying a rag on a 310 body that also drew you a card, quote unquote, is absolutely insane. It definitely helps with like the power level of the average legendary now. I feel is higher than it was before. Like yes, before you had like really, really good legendaries that were like super, super important to decks. But also you had a whole bunch of shit. Right? Back then, there was no in-between legendaries. I feel like, you know, if you look at base set, you either had garbage, like your Beasts, your Millhouse, all those type of cards. But then you also had insane shit like Jiraxis and Gromosh, Alexstrasza, Ysera. So, like, I feel like even, like, back then, like, in, like, a normal aggro deck, Aya is not great. But at the same time, like, the idea of hitting like a rag would have been so like I think the card is just so good. It's so versatile. And I wonder what an aggro priest shell would look like today if they were running like Aman'thul in it. I don't think it would be good just because you kill on 4. Therefore, the idea of a game going to turn 7 is like out of the ordinary anyways. So you got kill on 4, you're probably dead on 6 or 7, so Aman'thul wouldn't really see play, but I think it's still just an insane card. Anyways, we got time for another game, so let's queue it up. Alright. I feel like I keep the 1 and the 2. Meld the 10, obviously. The odd world I actually get to keep my minions around. Vol'jin can actually. Like, say if it's like aggro steel, like actually funnier, he pops off with Edwin and I jack his Edwin stat. That would be comedically perfect timing. But again, in recent memory, I have been fucked in the ass raw by an Edwin. Did I lose? I had 5 hair ties on my desk. Random rag from the restaurant I work at. Don't know where any of them went.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
I feel like it's a combo deck now. Although I was gonna say Buccaneer, I don't know if that's her. The Sandbox, I want to say Sandbox Buccaneer or Sandbox Scoundrel or whatever, did get nerfed. Go buy new hair ties. I don't like to be like low on brand new hair ties. I have a couple friends that also have long hair, therefore having hair ties to give them that are not used is something I do enjoy having around. And right now I have 6 left. 6 left that are brand new. Fortunately, I've taken like 4 in the last 2 days. I don't know where the fuck they've all gone. There's probably, if I'm being honest, like 6 or 7 of them in my jacket / my work pants. And probably another 2 in my chef coat. Just like it's something completely random, but I'm guaranteeing you guys that's where they all are. It's kind of fucked because like when I'm done my shift, I'll still be wearing my chef coat, right? Like I go punch out and I let my hair down, and I always put my chef jacket has 2 pockets. One on the arm for pens and markers, right? You work in a kitchen, you date a lot of things, so you always kind of want to have a marker on you. And then in the chest pocket, you have like a little like notepad or something you can put in there. But actually the things I put in there the most are hair ties and my earbuds. It's like if I'm wearing earbuds while prepping something and people come to talk to me, I take off my glove and I put my earbud in my pocket so I can talk to them. And then we have our conversation and I put it back in and I put more new gloves on. it's kind of how I like just roll. So it's like I always typically have one earbud in that pocket, which is why my earphones are always fucking dead. And it just reminded me that my earbuds were dead. They're actually like constantly dead. It pisses me off. Just like I'll like show up to work, and like I typically show up to work a little bit early. Tossing fucking. Actually a really good card to discount. But yeah, so like I'll have like earbuds in if I go on a break or whatever. Or if I just go, it's like, because we don't have a dishwasher still. Like if I'm gonna be chilling in the dish pit, I'll typically have music playing. Either we'll play it through a speaker, or sometimes it's just like, I don't know if you guys have this, where it's like the music that I'll listen to with other people around. There's like a fair amount of it, you know, like if I want to like bop like Linkin Park, like I'll play that through a speaker and I don't give a fuck. But then like other things, like one of my favorite artists being like Halsey, like I won't really play that, partially because it's not the vibe in our kitchen. Therefore it's like, yeah, I'm not about to fucking listen to this shit out loud when this takes damage. I don't want to get erased that with this song. Hey. This is gonna look really, really weird, but I think erase that is exactly the card I want. Like it's either this or this, but I think erase that. A little bit more fun. But yeah, so like something like that I wouldn't play partially it's not the vibe, or oftentimes we'll have like old school rock, like we'll have like some Ozzy or some Motorhead or shit like that playing in like the dish pit. Just because it's one, it's good music everyone fucking likes. Find me someone that doesn't like fucking Crazy Train by the Ozzy Osbourne. I feel like it's that at least is one of those songs that I feel like everybody could fucking vibe with and no one would be upset. What are the, I feel like the worst? Or even just shit like, versus that just came out on my place, but like one of my favorite songs of all time is Bullet by Hollywood Undead. Most people, if I tell them like, oh yeah, this is one of my favorite songs of all time, they'll be like, you need help? You need to go see someone? For those who have never listened to Bullet by Hollywood Undead, in my opinion, give it a shot. Just know it's a heavier song. It's not light. It's not happy. It's...
This guy's toast.
It gets bad at some points. Like, yeah, I'll just say it. It's a song about fucking suicide. So it's not a song that's for everyone, and I'm fully aware of that, right? Like, I don't want to also make my coworkers listen to it. Because I know that it's heavy, and I know that some people deal with, like, their own problems. I'm like... don't want them to have to fucking deal with my music choice. Therefore, I don't, like, force that on them. But, like, you know, we'll also have, like, NWA, or we'll have Eminem, or 50 Cent, or Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, you know, like, those type of music, or, you know, Journey, Triumph, Linkin Park, Godsmack, Alice in Chains, like these, like, you know, like that's like a type of music that some people really, really fuck with, and I personally really fuck with it. Therefore, for me, I'm all good with it, you know. But it's also, there's definitely been times where some of our front of house people that's like doesn't vibe with the same type of music. That's come back and be like, yo, you guys good? Like, again, even some of the Allens that change shit is like not necessarily the most positive music. Right? Not to say that's a bad thing. Again, it's the type of music I fuck with, therefore it is what it is. But yeah, so like I listen to a lot of, also one of those weird things that I do, like if I'm like, I feel like I need to get down to brass tacks and I'm fucking gonna push myself through work that I don't necessarily want to do. This might sound really fucked, but like army cadences, there's one guy who has made like a whole bunch of army cadences where, again, they're army cadences due to the way they're sung. They're like just good songs in general. Like I fuck with them a lot. Like what's one of the really popular ones? Like Yogi Bear is Dead is a great fucking. Oh, Benedict. This seems like value. But yeah, so like it's just one of those things where I don't, a lot of my music I won't force on people, which is why also typically I tell other people to put on music. And it's also because I won't lie, a lot of the music I listen to is, if you've never listened, like I'm assuming everybody's listened to like songs like In the End or whatever, like the popular Linkin Park songs. Everyone's listened to them at least once. I don't think there's anybody that's never listened to one of those songs. That might sound really weird, but everyone's listened to fucking In the End or whatever, you know?
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Ages ago. But like, if you listen to a lot of like Linkin Park shit, it's, some of it can be dark, and like, especially if you listen to some of like their newer shit, like then One More Star, I think that's the name of the song. I love that song. I think that song is a beautiful song. I think it's called One More. Yeah, One More Star, Linkin Park. It's a beautiful song, and in fact, I'm putting it on. It gets dark though. Like that song is another song about grieving the loss of someone that you love. Like it's not the most positive thing in the world. Isn't it the fact that it's a good song? Alright. Getting mad value of Medivh this game, at least. I've not drawn a single big card for this deck yet, so that's a little...
There is no light, only power.
There's no way he's playing...
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate. You're both number one to me.
I'm worried that I'm just gonna die to something. Not gonna lie. A little bit worried about just dying to an OTK out of nowhere. Like, I'm controlling the board very well. And I'm starting to feel like maybe Beccathune is a possibility. Deja Voodoo again?
Now this is treasure.
Dead? That's just a dead spot on his board, right? Thought I had to affect like the darkness.
This fire must not burn again. This fire must not burn again.
I should have played the Mixologist here. The Mixologist here would have been a solid play. Just because I had the 3 extra mana, I could potentially got me a draw card. I'm still terrified that I'm about to die to some shenanigans.
They haven't raised the alarm.
I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. I won't lie, I've had a couple beers today. A couple more than I probably should have had, but same time. Fuck it, YOLO, you know?
I beg of you.
Interesting.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate.
This just dies, but potentially gives me an open... Oh, no, it doesn't, because that thing awakens. I kind of want to see him just play out the rest of his hand. Oh, it's true. It's talking about music. I just remembered why, because the song just ended, but... Like... Other random things that I don't necessarily, like... would broadcast to, like, my coworkers, like, other music I like, is, like... Some of my favorite rappers are they're like, indie... I shouldn't say indie. I don't... Get the right word? They're, like, super small rappers, and they're not big... people in the rap scene.
Thirsty for more? His reign
This fire must not burn again.
So, like, for that type of thing, like, I would also not really play that, because I also know it's not their type of music. Like, I know what all my coworkers' types of music are. So... I don't know. It's just not something I fuck with. That's why I like to listen to my music in my earbuds. Unless I know something that everyone's gonna fuck with, you know? And if I'm in the mood to listen to, like, Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent, like, I'll put that on, because everyone vibes with fucking that album. Like, that album is solid fucking album.
now this is
Same thing with Meteora or Hybrid Theory. Like, everyone fucks with Hybrid Theory or Meteora. And if you guys don't, I don't fucking believe you. What about some of, like, the early Eminem shit? You know, like, people fuck with, like, that type of shit.
I'm falling back.
He knew I had another board wipe in hand, right, with Medivh. Maybe I should have played Medivh. Medivh into Zephrys, just got, like, Omega value. Yeah. Rods of Priest is still good, even when you're playing just a control game. Pretty nice. Oh, no, let's shoot. We have gold. We can crack some packs. Also, I looked at my pack tracker. It's like built into my deck tracker I use. Sorry about the ads on the side. But if I go to packs, okay, no, it did refresh. I still feel like I've opened more than 210 packs of the set, but so technically, according to this, in the next 2 packs, we're gonna crack 2 packs and see if we're actually gonna hit that legendary, or else my thing is lying to me. To be fair, if we miss on this one. So technically, on the next pack, we're guaranteed the legendary. See if it's accurate. Clearly, it's not. What does it say now? I'm guaranteed it in -4 packs. Let's go. -4 packs. I've opened it 4 packs ago. Yeah. I typically like to open 3 packs, therefore we're gonna buy one last one and see. What's this say now? -5 packs. Guaranteed an epic in 7. As it's not the most accurate, because I have a feeling, to be fair, this number seems correct to me, if I'm being honest, like, because a lot of, back then, there was no pity timer on packs. I feel like a lot of these numbers seem accurate. I feel like this one might be high. Caverns might be higher, but also this seems pretty accurate. This is the only one that I feel like, again, that opened so many packs. I also feel like these might be off, because I definitely cracked signatures, and also these pack symbols are not correct. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just hoping sooner rather than later we actually do hit that next legendary. Just, again, I think last I looked, we were pretty close to this whole set. Or, sorry, legendary. 3 legendaries missing. This is actually one that I saw in a deck, and I kind of want to try. I was really hoping we'd crack it. Although, I have a deck for the last Fable Minion for tomorrow. No, it's in an interesting Shadowwalk list, actually. Spoilers. And then, from there, we're going to try other decks. Go to, you know, it's older decks that are... Try to continue playing some new cards, if not, just try to play some older decks. I've been in the mood, honestly, to play Odin and Death Knight. And honestly, like, I was gonna say, like, I'm in the mood to play Questline Demon Hunter. But we also play that. This is Rogue. Where is dude? I can click on the right fucking deck. Like, I'm in the mood just to honestly play this again. This deck was so good, and I think Broxigar in the deck is a little nice and spicy. I do want to try and find a warrior deck that it shows better off the legendary. Same thing with rogue. Like, this deck did okay, but I feel like there's maybe better that we can try to do with Garana. I don't feel like this card has to be in there, so, you know, we're going to try some things. We're going to try some things out. But anyways, as for Raza Priest with Medivh, we got a lot of value out of Medivh in the last game especially. Just, to be fair, we stole, like, what, 2 ways to bounce it back to our hand. Therefore, it's like, board wipe, bounce it, board wipe, you know, we could kind of loop that, and that felt really, really strong. I feel like there's definitely potential to use this plus Ellen. This. Because, like, double into double, that's 4 times damage. So, like, a Mind Blast is, like, 20 damage. I feel like it'd be a little hard to do, but I think it's definitely possible to try and pop off with something like that. And that could also be really, really fun. But in Razo Priest, I actually think it's not bad. Like, this kind of gives you a value card for later in the game. I'd cut this card if I was playing the deck again. I hate this card more than I care to admit. Fyrakk, to me, has been nothing but misery and wiping my own board and burning a shitload of my cards. And every single time it gets played against me, it pops the fuck off. So, yeah, to be fair. I also hate Zephrys, so. Personal grudges aside, I think this thing is really cool. I really like this card. I think this card could potentially be so value. You into an aggro deck and then go like turn 1 shenanigans, you coin hero power, or you coin the 2/3 into hero power and then you hero power play this, and it's kind of like instantly win that game, right? So, anyways, this video has been long enough, so I'm gonna stop babbling. I'm gonna end it off here. I hope y'all enjoyed. Again, if you guys did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Alright, guys? Yeah. Peace.